Hello, my friends. How is everybody doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. As always, please kindly put a like while you're here and say hello in the chat so I know that you're here. Ask some questions if you have any questions. And as always, before we commence, you can join my Patreon by following this link. Here you go. I just published a new 100x coin. It's basically a coin that I believe has huge potential to deliver 50 to 100x profits. There are several different coins out there that I invest small amounts of money into. And there's a certain take profit strategy for every single coin, a trailing take profit for every single coin. The method is basically buying after a huge crash. And then selling on the way up and getting out, and then taking good profits, with gems like in the 50 to 100x profits. And I just published one of those gems, and I believe that gem has potential to do very well. The risk reward is amazing. It's exceptionally good. Like we very rarely see such huge, amazing risk reward. The coin is down over 99%, and by bumping simply back to its all-time high, that's over 20,000% in profit. So the risk reward is absolutely amazing. Even small decent pumps without needing to go to like 50% below its all-time high are already crazy profits, right? So I like this coin a lot. Excuse me. And I've been researching this coin for a while, and I've been waiting for like 6 or 7 months for this coin to come back down, because when I was looking at it like 6 months ago, it had already pumped. And the rule is that I never force entries, I never FOMO, and I never chase green pumps. And all I could do was hope that it's going to retrace back into the accumulation zone, and it has done so. It has crashed very well, and I finally was able to buy some. So once again, patience and sticking to rules has paid off. So I'm happy. While you're here, please kind of put a like, my friends. Before we commence and before I say hi to everyone individually, let's just have a quick run through what's happening. Once again, on the macro, stocks putting in higher highs and higher lows, and good to see that. The Dow is, quite close to its all-time high. I would love for it to be breached, and then I would love for other stock indexes like the Nasdaq to follow suit, because Nasdaq is the number one like tech index out there, and they're all heavily correlated with crypto. Once they breach all-time highs, Bitcoin breaches all-time highs, and many altcoins and blue chips and mid caps and small caps breach all-time highs or just pump exceptionally well and deliver crazy profits in the euphoria stage of the market. And the euphoria stage of the market only comes in the last 200 to 300 days of the market cycle, so we're going to have to be patient and wait for that. I'm glad to see that XRP has pumped more than both Bitcoin and Ethereum. So Bitcoin pumped roughly 100% from the bottom, Ethereum more than that, and then XRP outperformed both by pumping more than 200% from the bottom. I'm glad to see that. So, all three top blue chips basically are behaving the way that they've always behaved in the past, now that the SEC lawsuit is gone. And we no longer have this fear narrative that used to be present there. And XRP's back on all the major exchanges. So I'm glad that's happening. Also, we have some coins that are moving well and making the all-time highs. For example, there's a coin there's a coin in our $99 tier. Once again, it's one of the 50 to 100x coins. It's making new all-time highs. When I bought that coin, like probably I think like 2 weeks ago, maybe somewhere around that, when I bought it, it immediately dropped, and I was down probably like, I don't know, like a decent amount, like 30%. But once again, like I mentioned many times, mid caps and small caps, they're very volatile. All I had to do was just hold and stick to the rules, stick to the method that we use, and now it's up and it's making new all-time highs. And so, yeah, I'm glad to see it growing. I believe that once again, that one is going to do very well in the euphoria phase. I'm going to keep looking for gems and adding them. They're currently now like over 25 of these gems. I throw small amounts of money at these gems, like I mentioned before, anywhere from $500 to maximum $3,000, because for me, these are small amounts of money, and whatever a small amount of money is for you, you should do the same with small caps and mid caps. Even if it's only $100 per coin, go out there and try to find gems that you can throw $100 at, because $100 can go a long way in crypto in your euphoria phase. Even if you spend, like $2,000 and you buy 20 coins with $100 each, 15 of them, like I don't know, But let's say, yeah, 15 of them go to zero, the other five deliver 50 to 100x profits, or 150x profits. You've made a lot of money, ROI wise. If that's all you have, if you have more and you can afford to spend more, but it's a small sum for you, do that. Like I just mentioned, everyone has their own understanding what the small sum is, and so just make sure you're throwing small amounts of money at this. Um, let's see what else. Do not stick just to one project. Do not fan over just one project. Diversify. Like as you well know, my main play is what I call the millionaire spreadsheet. Right, there are 12 coins in there that I'm diversified into roughly equally without favoring one coin over another. Make sure that you're diversified into different coins and projects with different narratives. You never know what the primary number one most popular narrative is going to be out there. It might be meme coins pumping this time around. It might be gaming coins, AI coins, some use case coins. Maybe it will be once again to do something with international settlements like XRP. Maybe it will be about the store of value, like with Bitcoin. Maybe it will be about smart contracts. You never know. That's why you have to make sure that you own everything to increase your chances of pocketing huge ROI. It's very important. So don't be a fan of any coin. Don't be a maximalist of any coin. Give yourself chances to make a lot of money. Like, for example, back then, a lot of Bitcoin maximalists hated an XRP in the first cycle. XRP did exceptionally well. It went crazy. Some Bitcoin maximalists missed out. Then in the recent cycle that we had, that topped at 69K dollar, that's 69K Bitcoin, we had many people saying that Dogecoin is nothing but a meme coin and it's like a piece of crap. Excuse my French. Doge absolutely outperformed every single coin out there with the use case or the Bitcoin, the store of value narrative that completely obliterate everything, and it was just a meme coin. So the point I'm trying to make is Maxi's paid a heavy price and missing out on tremendous, amazing profits. Once again, a maximalist of coins like Link, for example, yes, they did well, but they also missed out on amazing profits like with ADA. Late market participants missed out on by not diversifying because some coins, although all coins kind of move the same in a euphoria phase, but some coins move like 2 weeks in advance, and then other coins follow like 2 weeks later or a month later. Like I said, it's like the last 200 to 300 days in the euphoria phase where coins truly go crazy, and some of them start going vertical and will start making crazy money. Very important to remember that not all coins do that. Very important to remember that there are going to be coins in your portfolio that under deliver or go to zero. Some of them are going to do okay, and some of them are going to outperform your expectations and do very, very, very well and pump very, very, very hard. Once again, since there's no knowing which coin is going to do what, it's very important to follow the rules, to diversify and dollar cost average in a way that you're not favoring one coin over another. So one blue chip over another blue chip, one mid cap over another mid cap, one low cap over another low cap. So that because the only way we're going to find out which coin is going to pump, which coins are going to pump the hardest, is going to be when we see facts in front of us on the screen in the euphoria phase, and we'll see what the narrative is and why these specific coins are pumping. So just make sure that you're basically, in all of these projects, make sure that you're not sitting in one or two or three or even five coins, I would say, hoping for a miracle. Yes, of course, one or two coins maybe out of your five coins will pump hard, but what are the odds that every single one is going to pump hard? Not very high. Just make sure that you're getting different coins out there. If you already have a big bag of a certain coin, that's it. That's enough. Leave that bag alone. Start accumulating something else. Look into other projects. Look into other potential into other coins that have huge potential to deliver huge ROI and make you life-changing money. So yeah. Also very important to remember, like, don't look at sums of money. Like once we hit the euphoria phase, it's not going to happen anytime soon, but it's going to come eventually. When it comes, don't, like, for example, think of the market in a way that I have to make $1 million. That's not the way that it works. If you came in with a tiny amount of money, you're not going to be making $1 million, right? You have to have a decent amount for that. So you have to think in terms of ROI percentages. If you made huge percentages, you have to get out, right? For example, when I was here in the first cycle, I did not make millions, right? But in terms of ROI, outperformed absolutely the overwhelming majority of the market, and I understood that that I did exceptionally well. So I had to pocket the profits. So just think in terms of percentages. As long as you think in terms of percentages, you're going to be good. If you're thinking in terms of I got to make this amount of money, that amount of money, that's not a good way to think. Thank you. Listen to what you're saying, my friends. Please kind of put a like while you're here. I would really appreciate the like. So South back to saying, hey Rob, when do you think the market starts going up again? South back to, I think that basically there are going to be retraces and crashes along the way. I believe that the market is going to go up um, gradually by making higher highs and higher lows. And I believe that when the market is truly going to pay off, when we're going to see life-changing profits, is once again around in 2025 when we're going to have vertical accumulation, hardcore buy walls being built across the market, new highs all over the place. As long as the stock market and stock indexes are basically putting in new highs, also new all-time highs, I believe in that phase, that's when basically a lot of huge money is going to be made, what I call stupid money, where basically a lot of retail is going to come back. Right now, if you currently research Bitcoin trends in Google and popularity of crypto is down roughly 90%. So we know when it spikes back up to all-time high or a new all-time high, that's when, my friend, when basically the retail and everybody's talking about Bitcoin once again, you're a barber, you're a cab driver, and I don't know, your uncle and your aunt and your cousins are all basically crypto experts, and they're all buying, I don't know, Doge at 50 cents because it's going to $500 or whatever. So yeah, great summer. How are you doing, bud? Hyper addict, hello there. Chris Dinoff, another member. Chris, good to see you here, brother. Thank you for joining. John, good afternoon. Anthony, how are you doing, bud? My friend Draco Magnus is here. He's saying, draconian greetings, Bertha, my brother. Good to have you here, my friend. Bat Gamer is saying, Mr. Rob Art, aka the Money Machine. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. The man from Chicago is here, another member. Good to see another member here. Thank you for joining, brother. You're saying, morning, brother. Listening in on my way to jiu-jitsu. Awesome. Jiu-jitsu is wonderful, brother. Well done. Well done for doing that. Beautiful sport, and keep it up, champ. Well done. Uwe saying, hey Rob, finally caught your stream live. Uwe, it's good to have you here. Thank you for finding the time to join. My friend Sergio Azevedo is here. How are you doing, bud? Another friend, International Crypto Asset Ninja, is here. He's saying, hi, my friend. Fantastic weekend for my family. 2 yours, Rob. Thank you very much, bud. I really appreciate it. Hope you're well. Hope your family is doing well too. And I wish you a fantastic weekend. Not just to you, everybody here. I hope you're having a great time. International Crypto Asset Ninja goes on to say, appreciate you taking time to catch up with us. My friend, I love doing this. I do it because I like it. If I didn't like what I do, I probably, wouldn't be good at it. Fire Tuck is saying, hello from the UK. Hey there, brother. Where are you from in the UK? Ducky Scrooge. Hey, my friend. I remember you. Good to have you here. Thomas Horton, another friend. He's saying, good afternoon, Rob, from rainy England. Yeah, I'm sorry that it's raining there. Actually, you know what's funny? Despite it being very hot today in Dubai, I think it was like 45 degrees. The wind kicked up a sandstorm of sorts, and there was a short period of rain in some areas of Dubai, which is extremely rare. So yeah. Sergio Azevedo said, I'm aiming for a 10x average on our million spreadsheet. That's cool, right? Yeah, Sergio, that's absolutely cool. That's very realistic and very cool. Absolutely, my friend. You're aiming for that. Unless some kind of black swan event happens where basically a meteorite hits the earth, you know what I mean? We're going to get it. Jean Michael is saying, hi, Rob. Nice to see you. Good to see you too, brother. Thank you for joining. He goes on to say, what do you think of Polkadot and Sand, the Sandbox? I think, once again, these are projects that if you like, there are many other coins out there that you can diversify into and add to your portfolio if you like them. If you're constantly looking at projects that interest you, don't do it in a way that you're favoring it over other projects, and don't obsess over this project or read into narratives and all that. You like a project, buy some. That's the way I go about it. You like a project, buy some, diversify into it. But also make sure that you do something like write out on a Word document, let's say, the reasons why you like that project and where you're buying, at what price, what the tokenomics look like. Look at the charts, compare them to other charts of coins that have pumped very hard in the past. Is the fractal kind of the same? You have to look into all of that, which is basically what I do. And only once everything aligns, if you think that it has potential, that's when you should go for that project. If you write everything out and you suddenly see that it's not looking too good, maybe pass it by. Rainy Steps, hey there, brother. Thank you for joining. Friar Tuck, South Coast Rob. I'm near Bournemouth. Okay, Okay, my friend. Awesome. Deborah Costa saying, "Good afternoon, Rob from sunny Florida. Appreciate all your hard work." Deborah, thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. And Florida is an awesome place. I hope to visit one day. It looks beautiful there. You're lucky to live there. Enjoy the sunshine, the beaches. Have a wonderful time. Draco Magnus is saying, if Rob didn't like this, he would be working at Starbucks. Drake, I always appreciate your humor, my friend. Yeah, absolutely. Probably, I would. That's exactly where I would be working. Yeah. Mark Phillips is saying, Rob, are you still looking for XRP at the 54 to 58 cents? What do you mean if I'm looking at, my friend? We did have that market update while it was happening at 88 cents. They expected a retrace back to 51 to 50, 51 to 59 zone. We already crashed to 62 cents, so we're already nearly in that zone. In terms of do I think that it's going to go to that zone? Yeah, I do think that it's going to go to that zone. I do think we'll go lower. Am I selling any XRP? No. Did I sell any XRP at 88 cents? No. Am I buying any XRP in that zone that I just referred to, 51 to 59 cents? No. Do I believe it can go lower? Yes. Will I buy more XRP? Only if it hits new lows and go somewhere around 30 cents and 20 cents and 10 cents and 5 cents. Like in these areas, I will dollar cost average retail amounts of money and add to my portfolio because I believe that eventually XRP will pump very hard in the euphoria phase with the rest of the market. Excuse me, and deliver huge ROI. So if I get the chances, I will dollar cost average. If not, I'm simply holding what I have and waiting for a moon because I believe a moon is coming for XRP. I believe that the patient XRP investor will be rewarded if he's not too greedy, if he's realistic, and as long as he's basically, setting trailing take profits, like I said before, which we're going to do this every single coin, including XRP in our portfolio. As the coin pumps, coin pumps, we raise the take profit. Coin pumps, we raise the take profit. Coin pumps, we raise the take profit, hoping that basically that the volatility doesn't stop us out, even if it's a great profit, so that we can sell as close to the top as possible. Although nobody has to buy bottoms and sell tops, just buy low and sell high. But I'm pretty sure that some coins that will be stopped out with great profits out of some coins due to the volatility. This is exactly what's happening with SRP right now. We're trying to come up with a very thorough take profit plan to make sure that that doesn't happen with XRP. But even if it does with XRP or any other coin, the rule is very simple. Once you basically stopped out in huge profit or very good profit or decent profit, it doesn't matter. You fully get out of that coin and you do not buy it back until it crashes hard. And you'll find yourself sometimes seeing that coin pump very hard and it keeps going up. It is what it is. It is what it is. You got out, you made huge amounts of money, and just by making profit, you already outperformed 80% of investors in crypto because 80% of investors in crypto consistently lose money. So you're the lucky 20% that made some kind of money, and especially you got out in good or decent or great profit, you just outperformed probably like 98% of the market. I think it was something like that. So, yeah. Drake Magnus saying, also want Groot. We want Groot. We want Groot. I miss seeing the puppy. Groot, come here. Groot, come. Groot, come. Come. Come to daddy. Come. Come to daddy. Come. Come. Come to daddy. Here you go. Here's Groot. He needs a trim and wash. We're gonna go give him a trim soon, and we need to wash him. It's very hot out here, so he gets dirty quickly. My little boy. Go Sam is saying, Rob, the recent drop in XRP is terrifying. Is it, Go Sam? Why? It was so expected. Like, it makes so much sense. I mean, while it was at 88 cents, we did have that Patreon market update, and I tweeted only after it hit 68 cents because I could share it already by then, and then it stuck 62 cents already. So no, it was fully expected. There's nothing to be afraid of. You should be happy if XRP crashes. You should be happy if XRP delivers new lows, because if you're able to buy there, eventually XRP will pump very well, and you'll be able to sell for a huge ROI. So actually, you should be praying, my friend, for XRP to drop harder and much further. I would love for it to drop much further because I would once again dollar cost average well. Mark Phillips, cheers, my friend. Oh, Willie's here. He's saying hello, brother, from me and Catherine. Thank you for the new coin in the $99 tier. Learning so much with the stop loss strategy. And this time around, we can go for a drink, grab a few beers. Oh, my friend King Doggo is here. The legend Rob Bart is in the house. King Doggo, the legend, is in the house. Thank you for joining, my friend. It's a pleasure to have you here. Thomas Horton is saying adorable. Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate it. Yeah, Groot is here, Draco. All right, good. Go to mommy. Go off to mommy. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. I love you. You're a good boy. While you're here, please kind of put a like, my friends. I would appreciate a like. So once again, my friends, the rules are very, very simple. Remember, we hold the great entries that we got by being patient and awaiting 70, 80, 90, and 95% crash, depending on what kind of coin we're talking about. If it's a Bitcoin or a mid cap or a low cap, you know what the percentages are for accumulation phases for blue chips for mid caps and low caps. We got some great entries. Not all of our entries were hit. Who knows? Maybe there'll be some kind of black swan event and we'll get our entries and dollar cost average in all of them or most of them. We do not force entries. We only will execute and add to our main portfolio, which is the millionaire spreadsheet, only if we get our entries. If we don't get our entries, we're more than fine. We've got some amazing entries. We just hold, ignore the noise, and once the euphoria stage hits, we'll start taking heavy profits and setting trailing take profits. We just got to be patient, my friends. Just be patient. The market will pump eventually, and once again, just I come here every single day reminding you the simple things because most of the time what we do in crypto is we wait, 20% of the time we're either buying or selling, and the other 80% of the time we're waiting for the market either to crash hard to buy or pump hard to sell. So 80% of the time we're doing nothing and waiting. And in this point, 80% of the time is where the majority of market participants lose interest, where a lot of people don't want to buy after 95% crashes because they're afraid. And even the ones that do buy, they're devastated because what happens is, for example, what happened to me back in the day with Bitcoin, as I've mentioned several times, but I'm just going to mention this again, unless, just in case people don't know about this. But like, for example, I waited for a roughly 70% crash in accordance with my strategy, bought Bitcoin around $6,800 in that first entry. At one point, when Bitcoin dropped further to $3,200, was down over 50%. I believe it was like 52%. So my first entry on Bitcoin alone was down 52%, and that's after buying after a 70% crash. But I just followed my strategy. I just kept dollar cost averaging at new lows, and I dollar cost averaged in the 3,600 to 6,800 zone. Same thing, for example, with when I was buying, I think it was 88. It dropped like 85%, somewhere around that. Basically, huge crash. Waited to start dollar cost averaging there. Bought, and at that one point, that specific first entry, it was down like another 85%, if not more. Imagine looking at your portfolio and seeing that. You waited for an 85% drop, and then after you buy, that entry drops another 85%. It's very difficult to convince yourself to follow the plan, to dollar cost average at new lows, making sure that there's a big difference between those new lows to bring down your average, and then hold temporarily at losses, which are not small, mind you. And then eventually a lot of these coins reverse and you make a lot of money, but some of them never do, which doesn't matter because the winners really outperform the losers and your portfolio is up a lot either way. So a lot of people, like even, if they buy coin after 90% drop, they're devastated because it drops another 90%. I mean, it's emotionally challenging. And I understand that because I've been there. But at this point, it's my third cycle. My mind works like a robot's. I am emotionless. I feel nothing pretty much. In order for me to feel something, it either has to be a huge pump, I guess, and that's pretty much it. I don't feel fear anymore. I don't really feel excitement anymore. Everything is so well programmed, and as long as you're ready to work with rough estimates and be realistic about stuff and be patient, it grows on you, and crypto becomes more or less, well, not easy, but predictable to navigate. Just be patient, my friends. Be patient. Don't expect perfection from yourself because just like I keep repeating this, the best footballers out there do not score every single goal, and the best investors out there do not score with every single coin. Not every single coin is going to deliver. Some coins in your portfolio are going to go to zero, some do okay, and some do very, very well and go crazy and deliver great profits, which is why it's so important to diversify and not be a maximalist of any coin or any project out there. Draco Magnus, see you, my friend. Thank you for sending love to my family. Same to you, my friend. Love to you and yours. And have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for finding time to join. Love always having you in live streams, brother. Talk to you on Twitter. Justin is saying, "Yo, Rob, love your stuff and have some of your products. What would you recommend if I bought a bunch of stuff before the spreadsheet and have averages lower than some of your buy points? Should I sell them?" Justin, thank you very much for joining, my friend, and for the kind word. I'm not quite sure what your question is. If you're a patron member, please kindly send me a DM and I'll answer you. And if you're not a patron member, send me a DM on Twitter, sending also a screenshot that you were a member once, and I'll still answer your question in person, and we'll basically work it out. What else? Yeah, my friends. Also, sometimes when you ask me like these personal questions, I don't answer them in live, but I keep saying if you want to know some personal question, you can DM me on Twitter. I often answer personal questions in the DMs. As I become closer and closer with people here, with fellow investors in crypto. Either way, it's good to see that XRP pumped more percentage-wise than both Bitcoin and Ethereum, that Ethereum pumped more than Bitcoin, because that's historically what has always happened before the SEC intervened, that Bitcoin pumped well, then Ethereum pumped more than Bitcoin, and XRP pumped more than Ethereum. So it's good to see. I hope this trend continues, and it will continue as long as basically the SEC doesn't come up with some new nonsense. I don't think they can, because according to my friend Jeremy Hogan, I believe, right? I'm sorry if I mispronounced the name. Great person. He says that he doesn't really see how they can really do anything about this ruling, right? That they might try to, sue again and try to declare it a security either way. Like he says, he doesn't really see how it can happen, which is good to hear. I'm not a lawyer. Like I can't really analyze these things as lawyers. That's why I listen to him. But Jeremy seems to know his stuff, and so I listen to him when it comes to legal matters. So I'm glad that the whole legal factors out of the way. Now, in law, it's etched into law that XRP is not a security. No matter what Bitcoin maximalists are trying to, convey, the message that you're trying to convey, the fund that they're trying to create, it doesn't matter. It's in law. It's by law now, no longer security. So we can now finally stick back to technical analysis. And TA-wise, once again, I believe that XRP will do well in a euphoria stage. So yeah, that's that, my friends. All right, it's nearly been 30 minutes. And if you have Justin saying, in other words, I have BTC at 8K. Should I sell it all at 89K? That's a good question, Justin. I see what you mean. Okay, look, it's something I would have to think about, because for me, it's difficult to answer. One of the most difficult things for me when people ask me stuff like this, because it's not something that I've done. It's not something that I had to think about, because I've never been in that situation, right? So when I was buying in the roughly $3,000 to roughly $7,000 zone, like I sold all my Bitcoin, in the like 43,000 to roughly $60,000 zone, bits here and there. And waited for the 70 and 80 and 90% crashes to start dollar cost averaging or buying again, right? So it's difficult for me to answer that from the top of my head, because I would have to think about it and analyze what your situation is. Because you see, once again, every single person has, has their own personal portfolio, their own personal mistakes, or their personal entries, or their personal exits, right? Like every approach has to be personal if it has something to do with that you did on your own without me. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. I hope that makes sense. But I just answered. I just answered your question, my friend. That basically, when I had entries roughly in the same zone as you, I sold in the 43,000 to roughly $60,000 area. So I can't be a hypocrite and say anything else, because factually I sold in that area. And so basically, if I had entries from there still, I would probably sell in that area. Now they're higher because I did sell, and this market cycle, the lowest Bitcoin has gone is 15,000. So I have entries around 20,000 and lower. So yeah. RTRT is saying, hello, Rob, have you heard of NYM, which price coin that hasn't gone through any bull run yet? Might be an interesting one. Thanks a lot. Have a great weekend. RTRT, thank you, my friend. I will look into it. I haven't heard of it. There are so many coins out there. There are tens of thousands of coins out there, my friend. Tens of thousands of coins. You have to sort through a lot of information. A lot of information on a daily basis, 24/7, to find a gem out there, and it's quite challenging. JCB saying, is it still worth to get Flare in your opinion? Thanks. I'm not buying any Flare, my friend. Like I don't buy Flare. I'm not into Flare. I know a lot of people are, especially in the XRP community. I'm not into it. I look at other gems. I think personally, in my opinion, of course, Flare can do very well. It can potentially pump very hard in the euphoria stage. But me personally, like again, it's my personal belief that there are other coins that have more potential to pump harder. And they're in my millionaire spreadsheet, or they're in the $99 tier with the 50 to 100x coins. And Flare is not one of them. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents on it, my friend. But there are other people who do like Flare. So, it is what it is. So yeah, it's been 30 minutes, my friends. I'm going to bounce. I'm not going to make it an hour like the last time, like yesterday. I thank you for your time. I hope you enjoy your weekend. I will catch the members on Patreon. If you have any questions, my friends, please DM me. I'll answer all your questions to the best of my ability and help you as best as I can. If you're on Twitter, I catch you on Twitter. Also, please kind of put a like while you're here. And if you want to join my Patreon, the link is going to be left in the comments down below this video and in the description of this video. Thank you very much for your time and appreciate it. Wishing you and your families all the very best. Bye-bye, my friends.